You know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Even though out there in the Royal, being a member of the Royal British Empire, you know what they tell you, ladies and gentlemen? Being a social justice fighter. She said, that lady say it ain't hardly nothing greater than that, you know what I mean? To fight against injustice. Fight for equality and stuff like that. You know what I tell them, ladies and gentlemen? Man, these folks know right from wrong, ladies and gentlemen. They've been knowing right from wrong for a long time, lady. I be saying to myself, I would be a fool to sit up here and sacrifice for these folks, and they know better. They already know better, lady. They know right from wrong, lady. That ain't nothing but entertainment for them, you know what I'm saying? So, lady, I'm gonna tell you, Montgomery is a very dangerous place. You know why? Because they live off of free entertainment. They love it, lady. Fire Stick, Roku. Man, they live off of free cable, lady. Free cable, it ain't nothing better than it. Ladies and gentlemen, them folks can sit up there and Google and YouTube. They ain't got to steal no CDs or DVDs no more. Man, you remember how many DVDs and CDs people used to steal? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the most booming business at one time. For probably six or 7 years, lady. I'm talking about in a row. I'd say it was probably 10 years in a row. With CDs and DVDs, it wasn't nothing booming harder than that, lady. Nothing. Why? Because it was free entertainment. They're like, if you can entertain me for free, I get out here and hustle and pay my bills because I don't have to pay for the entertainment. Because the entertainment is the most expensive, believe it or not, lady. Entertainment is expensive. Man, I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, in Las Vegas, do you know how much one entertainer gets paid a year? Man, they get almost $200 million a year for one entertainer. That's just one venue. That's just one song. Like, that's just one video. That's just like listening to one song all day, every day. You ain't finna do it. When you steal your cable with your Fire Stick, when your Roku, man, you up there listening to anything you want to listen to. I'm talking about you got unlimited. You doing any and everything. And I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you, it's good to teach your children, even if you're a thief, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you're a thief, it's good to teach your children not to do the same thing you're doing. Because you don't want them to die, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want them to lose their life, their livelihood. You don't want them to not be trusted by their neighbor. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want your children not to be trusted by their neighbor. Let me tell you, that's a bad boat to be in when nobody don't trust your kids. Your kids ain't even got started yet. And people are already saying don't trust your children. Man, that's a bad shape to be in. Oh, if you're going to be out here living a reckless life, if you're going to be out here assaulting people and stuff like that, at least get your kids to know that they don't need to do the same thing you're doing if they want to be successful. Gotta tell your kids, if you ever want to be something in society, you tell them not to be like you, because you ain't nothing but a thief and a crook. You sit out here and lie for the police, you know what I'm saying? You know what you said? You told that white man, goddamn, you told him to kill Greg Gunn. You know what I'm saying? You know why you set Greg Gunn up to get killed? Because you didn't like him. It wasn't the neighborhood. That was your selfish desire. You know what I mean? You got tired of Greg Gunn walking through your neighborhood. You know what I mean? Even though he was supposed to be out there. But you got tired of him. You know what I mean? And you told that white man he could sit on his butt for the rest of his life while you process it in court for the next 100 years to see if you can come up with a verdict. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody called, you know what I'm saying? An African American called a white man to an African man. Excuse me for that. An African American lady, they called a white man to an African American community to help them with their problem, and they always do. You know what I'm saying? They don't never see them come out there with their community watch when there's danger. Man, community watch ain't nothing but a reason for people to get together and drink beer and eat Cheetos, like, and you don't never see them again. You know what I'm saying? When something happened in the neighborhood, they call the white man. They don't never call the neighborhood watch. I mean, why the hell you even having a neighborhood watch if you ain't doing nothing? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still calling the police if you got a neighborhood watch? You know what I mean? Hey. But I tell you, lady, but it's sad. It's sad. A lot of time the situation that white people be in, they do be in some precarious situations. You know what I'm saying? White, hell yeah, they think they privileged. If you supposed to be so dominant on the goddamn football field, you supposed to be so goddamn dominant out there playing all in the sports. But anytime you have a problem, you have to call him to solve it. That man shorter than you. Goddamn, how he going bald and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about you got AR-15s and AK-47s in your house. You know what I'm saying? This man coming out there with a 9mm or a 380. That's it. That's all he got, a stun gun and a billy club. And you fear him more than your own goddamn. I mean, damn. What? You ain't, man, you can't be that brave. You can't be. You can't be brave, man. You not brave. If you got all them weapons and that gun license, you got a neighborhood watch, but you calling a white man with a 380, that little bit ass gun, to come and help you when there's danger in your neighborhood. It's just something ain't right about that, lady. It's just something. And I'm gonna tell you, it's something weird. It's unexplainable, but you fear his presence, and guess what? You honor him being around, and you do right by each other when he around, more than you do when he not. You know what I'm saying? That shit wild, man. I ain't never. It's unexplainable, lady. It really is. You know what I'm saying? You see that white man around, he by himself, but you ain't. You know what I'm saying? He by himself, but you ain't stealing like you do when he ain't around. When he ain't around, your ass stealing everything, right? But when he show up, the stealing it cease a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You don't steal that much when he around. Goddamn it, he steal his goddamn self. He steal when he get the way he going. But when he come around, you stop stealing. You know what I'm saying? Man, that shit. Man, that shit crazy as hell. Like, I'm trying to tell you, that's crazy. Like, I don't think nobody understand that. I know white people don't understand it. And white people gonna say you inferior though. They gonna say black folks are inferior to us and we know it. They gonna say we can prove it. We can prove that they inferior. You know what I'm saying? Because they always call us when it's a serious problem. You know what I'm saying? They don't call each other. They don't call each other when it's a real crisis. When they having real plumbing problems, when they having real electrical problems, when they having real problems underground, when they having real problems in their home, who they calling? They gonna call a white man. They gonna call Lou Choir. They gonna call Hands Heating and Plumbing. They ain't finna call Mojo from around the street. They ain't finna call Jody coming all in the window. They finna call somebody that they think is certified. That man might charge them an arm and a leg, man, for something that don't cost but $10. But guess what? They gonna pay him. Why? Because they trust him. Until civil rights memory, until African American history come around, and then they don't trust him. But besides that, they finna call him. They gonna pay him $1,000 to put a wire on something. A wire that don't cost but $2. It don't cost but $8 to put it on. They gonna pay him $1,000. He gonna tell them your compressor went out. Your fuse box ain't no good. He gonna tell your ass anything. That man gonna be down there doing more blowing crystal meth while he on his hands and knees. That man ain't fixing no goddamn air conditioner. That man finna get $1,000 off your ass for nothing, goddamn, because you trust him. Yeah. Tell you, lady, it's sad, lady. When I tell you that junk, the craziest thing, it's crazy, lady. It really is, lady. It's just something. It's hard to explain, lady. You know what I mean? Hard to explain it to you. You know what I mean? But you know, a lot of people, they go ahead and they marry their white woman. They don't have no dice about it. A lot of African Americans, they'll marry their white woman and they don't give a damn about getting lynched and then. Why? Because they want to live 10 years in peace. They might have, they might live 10 years with no problem, but then they gonna die, right? But they can always say they lived a hell of a, they lived life like they was free for 10 years, goddamn. And still living like a Hebrew when they really was free, but their own people took them through the ringer, goddamn. I'm talking about they own people goddamn took them through the damn ringer, dog. Even though they was fucking free, like, you know. They own people domestically destroyed them, goddamn. They own, African American own people kill each other. They kill each other off, goddamn. And that man married that white. No, even though they put his ass in the tree, they still hung his ass. But for 10 years, they act like he was the baby. I'm trying to tell you. They act like he was Clarence Thomas for 10 years. They act like he was the best Supreme Court justice that ever lived. You see what I'm saying? For 10 years in a row. Tell you, man.